Hello friends, you're all welcome on this learning platform Claim IAS. Friends, today I'm back with a new topic of John Locke. So in today's lecture, we will study Locke's state of nature and human nature. So first of all, let's start with the Locke views on human nature. So the first statement is Hobbes takes balanced views on human nature. So here friends, Locke takes balanced views on human nature. So the reason why Locke takes balanced views on human nature is due to stable phase of Britain. Locke have seen the glorious revolutions. So here you can see friends, because Locke have seen the stable phase of Britain and glorious revolution of 1688. So unlike Hobbes, Hobbes was telling that the human nature are brutish, nasty, unstable. But here Locke has optimistic view on human nature. Why Locke has optimistic view on human nature? Because Locke have seen the stable phase of Britain. Locke have seen the glorious revolutions. Locke observed that monarchy have gave its power to parliament without any conflict, and people of Britain have participated in the parliamentary system peacefully. So the Locke have stable phase on phase, it means here Locke have seen the stable phase of Britain. So his opinion on human nature is optimistic. And the next statement is Locke views on human nature is optimistic compared to other philosophers like Thomas Hobbes. So already have explained friends why he has optimistic views other than some other philosopher like Thomas Hobbes. He believed that in the state of nature, a hypothetical condition before formation of society or government, humans were capable of reason and were generally peaceful and cooperative. So, in this statement, friends, here Locke explains how human nature is peaceful and cooperative. Locke says before formation of state, people were living at the time. There was no rules and regulations, and there was no state system, friends. At that time, where peoples have nothing, they have just cooperative and mutual understanding among themselves. So, at that time, how people were living? Why? Because they have the mutual understanding among themselves. Both were cooperative. So he argues and says that people are not like that. It is not necessary that there should be state for better, peaceful or stability. People were still living means before formation of state. People were happy. They have mutual understanding among themselves in the society. People were happy. So he argues that people are not like that. They are not British, and people were living happily without state at that time also. So he says that there is no necessary of even state, but yes, state plays a vital role in the stability and peaceful society, right? To have a peaceful society we need state. The next statement is Locke believed that humans are born with blank slate or tabula rasa. It's a meaning, friends, basically mean blank slate, meaning that people are born neither inherently good nor evil, but have the potential for goodness. He argued that our experience and education shape our nature. Here, Locke also says people were born with nothing. Their minds are like tabula rasa. Tabula rasa basically means blank slate. It means they don't know anything about this world when they are born. But as soon as they grow and become elder, their way of thinking and seeing the things are shaped by the experience and educations. So Locke says experience and education shape the behavior of an individual, shape their nature of behavior. So education and experience they both plays a vital role to shape the human natures, to shape their behavior. But when the kids are born, they don't know anything about this world. Their minds are blank, like a tabula rasa. Basically means blank slate. In simple words, he says that when a kid is born, right, when a small baby is born, he don't know anything about this world. For example, friends, we let us take an example. There is a kid, okay? There is a small kid. Where so his age might be around 1 year, right? So the age of the baby is 1 year. So at this time you have gave some toys to him, right? You might be the father of his baby, of this baby. You gave some toys, but when you try to take back the toy from the baby will start crying. Why? Because he will think that I own the toy, right? So that is what he's saying. When you give even a small toy to the baby, baby will consider that this toy belongs to me. I'm the owner of that toy. So the ownership natures, the brutal natures, starts from the experience, the way of seeing the world, the way of analyzing the world. So he says that when when a kid is baby, he don't know anything about the world, but as soon as he grow, and he sees everything among the society. He experiences the things, the way of seeing the thing, the way of behavior changes. That is what Locke says here. See, friends, as I have told you, everything starts from the experience. Friends, when you are a baby, you don't know anything about this world, right? But as soon as you grow and you start observing the things, from here only the journey starts. For example, you see people having pleasureful life, means pleasure in materialistic thing. From here, as soon as you observe the people having pleasure in materialistic world, then in your mind you start dreaming of having those pleasureful life and wish to have materialistic in order to have pleasure, right? So here, friends, when you are a kid, right? When you are a kid, you don't know anything about the materialistic world, but as soon as you grow, you start dreaming of having pleasureful life. You wish to have nice cars, you wish to have nice bungalow, you wish to have private yachts, right? So every luxury thing starts from the as soon as you grow, means from the adult. So that is what he says. As we grow, everything we see, we hear, we write in our blank slate. Here, write in our blank slate basically means as you are kid, friends, as you are baby, you don't know anything, right? But as soon as you grow, what start having the ambitions, right? Starts having ambitions. You starts having the goal. You write that in, see, friends, in your mind. You basically print something that I wish to have this car. I wish to get this job, right? So everything starts from the as soon as you grow, right? So our interaction with others, our upbringing, our educations and culture influences all shape who we are. So who basically shape the individual behavior. It is shaped by the education, it is shaped by the cultural influences. So these things plays a vital role in shaping the human nature. So here, friends, kids are nothing, they don't know anything, but as soon as they grow, everything starts, means his journey starts as soon as he grow. And the next statement is potential for goodness. Locke believed that since we start with no innate qualities, we have the potential to become good or bad. So, depending on our experience, education, model teachings plays a crucial role in developing virtues like kindness, honesty, and responsibility. So, here Locke says that as since we are born, we don't know anything, right? But as soon as you grow, every qualities begin to develop in an individual, right? Qualities like kindness, honesty, responsibility starts from the school. See, friends, first education you go there. They teach moral values, how to respect elders, how to behave with elders, right? But as soon as you grow, these opportunities goes on starting like how to be kindness, honesty, responsibilities. Responsibility starts begin as soon as you grow, right? As soon as you grow, right? So everything starts from the adulthood, right? Dear friends, let us take an interesting example to understand this statement. So, here we will understand how people become bad or good. So, before we understand this, let us take an example. So, here, friends, in the example, have you ever been to criminal court? The first question I would like to ask to you, have you ever been to criminal court? If you have gone, it's good, or else I will explain you. So, see, friends, as soon as you visit a court, you will find a judge sitting, a criminal or the culprit saying something about or explaining something about his crime that he have made. So that criminal has committed some means he have committed some crimes, right? So he's basically explaining something about his crime to the judge, right? That is not our topic, friends, but now we will understand why some people become criminal or some people become judge. Means what is the difference in both of them? Both of them has born as a kid, they don't know anything, but as soon as they grow, what difference plays a vital role in becoming judge? Some become judge, some become criminals. What qualities is that? So the only difference is their way of environment, how they got. See, friends, as I have explained you why one who is sitting in the court is judge. The reason is he got a good environment. He have seen a good people surrounding him, right? But as soon as some people are born in the environment where he got a negative environment, means people are fighting more brutal thing he have seen. So something in his mind will affect him, right? So when he have seen everything brutality, so nasty things happening in the society, so everything will start emerging from his mind, right? So everything he will start thinking. So that leads to criminal. When you see something negative, it leads to criminal here. And when you see something positive, that someone is doing good for the society, you become a good person. Just basically means a good person. So the first thing is environment, and the second thing is education. Which type of education you got? Some people get moral and ethics educations. They become a good people. Some people get a wrong educations, where some are they have got teachings like killing someone is the first priority and doing something nonsense is the first priority, so he will become a criminal here. But someone who got a good education, who have known about the ethics, moral values, will be a good person here. So that is what in few schools they start teaching the moral values and ethics since their childhood. So now friends, we will look at Hobbes and Locke opinion or views on state of nature. So first let us see Hobbes views of state of nature. So here, unlike Hobbes, where the state of nature is state of war because man does not have sufficient region. So here friends, Hobbes says state of nature is state of war. Here one thing you have to understand friends, that both Hobbes and Locke have born in Britain. But why Hobbes has pessimistic view on state of nature? The reason is Hobbes was born in the time where everything is unstable. The whole Britain was under trouble. So he will say that in order to have stability, we need the absolute state. So here he demands for the absolute monarchy here, so that all the power should be in the hands of one state. Then only whole situation will be stable. So here you can see friends what Hobbes is saying. Hobbes views on people in state of nature is cruel, greedy, selfish. The reason is he was born on the time. See friends, one thing you have to understand very very important. When you understand, when you differentiate the two thinkers such as Hobbes and Locke, then one thing you have to necessary or mandatory you have to remember is that is time and observations. See friends, the difference in time is he was born before and he was born at the time when the situation is unstable, chaos. But when he was born in his time, the situation was stable. He have seen the glorious revolutions. So there is a difference in the time and the observations. So when there is difference in the time and observations, they will have different opinion, isn't it? So here, friends, he will say that people is reasonable and moral. People are good here. People are peaceful here. And he will say that if people are peaceful, if the situation is not chaos, if the situation is stable, why do we need uh, why do we need a state where the whole powers is in the hands of state? We don't need that. Here he talks about the limited government, means the power should be limited with the government. Then only we will have more freedom, more liberty. That's the reason Locke is concerned about the life, liberty, and property. But here, what he says that Hobbes says that as the situation is more chaos, unstable, we need a absolute state or absolute monarchy. So, what you have to do? You have to sign a contract, and in contract, you have to give all of your rights to the state. So, as you can understand, friends, the different in their views and opinions regarding the state of nature. So, one more thing you have to understand. If you see John Locke, what he have told, in briefly, I'm explaining you. The state of nature is in Locke is state of where peace, mutual assistance, and goodwill prevail. In the state of nature, people are enjoying natural rights. They are able to do so because of presence of reasons. The natural law due to process of law. So here, friends, Locke says that people are good. People are living peacefully. Why? Because Locke have seen the peaceful situations. He have never seen the chaos situations. So that's the reason his view of seeing the state of nature is optimistic, whereas Hobbes has pessimistic approach towards the state of nature. So here, friends, we end up with this topic. So, friends, in the next topic, we will study the reasons for social contract and John Locke views on social contract and theory of right to property. So, these topics will cover in upcoming lectures. So, till we have to stay with us. So, if you like watching our videos, do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, friends.